The whispers have erupted into a full-blown firestorm tonight, as shocking claims suggest Melania Trump may have been hiding secret affairs of her own. And if that wasn't enough, alleged private messages have leaked, leaving Donald Trump reportedly furious behind closed doors. According to sensational reports, the alleged leaks include cryptic late-night texts and whispers of secret meetings that have set social media ablaze. Tabloids are screaming headlines like Melania's secret life and the betrayal that broke him, while political insiders warn that this scandal could shake both Washington and the Trump dynasty at its very core. Fans are shocked. Emotions are running high. Supporters argue it's just another cruel attack on the former First Lady, while critics insist the messages are proof of something far darker lurking behind the perfect photo ops. Inside Mar-a-Lago, sources claim the atmosphere is explosive, Trump allegedly raging at staff, demanding answers, while Melania remains silent, her trademark stoicism only fueling more speculation. So what's the truth? Were these so-called leaks authentic evidence of betrayal, or just another ploy to drag the Trump name back into scandal? Stay tuned, because the alleged betrayals, dramatic confrontations, and shocking fallout are just beginning. It began, as these things often do, with a single post. One blurry screenshot that sent the internet into meltdown. A gossip account on Twitter, notorious for celebrity scoops and scandalous blind items, dropped what it called receipts, allegedly tied to Melania Trump. Within minutes, the hashtags and were trending worldwide. The screenshots appeared to show a conversation between Melania and an unnamed contact, filled with cryptic lines that hinted at something much bigger than innocent chit-chat. The internet erupted. Fans were shocked. Emotions ran high. Some insisted the texts were fabricated, while others swore they matched her writing style and tone. Analysts on YouTube even compared punctuation habits from her old posts, trying to prove the authenticity of the messages. Whether real or not, the screenshots were irresistible, and the tabloids wasted no time plastering them across front pages. One headline blared, "Melania's secret messages, betrayal at Mar-a-Lago." Another teased, "Is this the end of the Trump dynasty?" Talk shows dedicated entire segments to dissecting the alleged leaks, complete with dramatic reenactments. Actors read the lines in hushed tones, dim lighting, and suspenseful music, as if it were a scene from a prestige drama series rather than an internet rumor. But the storm didn't stop there. Within hours, more alleged texts appeared. One screenshot, even juicier, showed Melania supposedly writing. The line became an instant meme. TikTokers used it as a soundbite for videos about bad relationships, Netflix dramas, and even pet owners pretending their dogs were plotting against them. The phrase "silence is escape" trended for days, solidifying the scandal as more than just a political rumor. It was now a cultural moment. Meanwhile, inside Trump's orbit, alleged chaos was unfolding. Anonymous aides whispered to tabloids that Donald was furious beyond words and storming through Mar-a-Lago like a man possessed. One claimed he shouted at staff, "Find out who did this! Find out who leaked these lies!" Another said he was obsessed with the idea that a traitor inside his camp had handed the messages to the press. Melania, true to form, remained quiet. She made no public statements, posted no photos, and attended no events. That silence only fueled speculation. Supporters argued her restraint was proof the leaks were fake. After all, why dignify lies with a response? Critics, however, claimed her quiet was damning, painting it as the calm of someone caught red-handed. The couple's absence from the spotlight did little to calm the frenzy. Paparazzi stalked every possible location, desperate for a photo. When Melania was finally spotted at a private luncheon, her stoic expression, as always, became headline fodder. "Melania breaks cover amid affair rumors," screamed one tabloid. Reporters claimed she avoided eye contact, refused to answer questions, and left swiftly in a black SUV. Hollywood celebrities couldn't resist adding fuel to the fire. One pop singer tweeted, "Melania out here sending late-night texts while Don's tweeting at 3 a.m. Chaos couple energy." A comedian quipped during a live set, "Trump furious about Melania's secret messages? Buddy, welcome to the club. We've all ignored a text or two from our wives." The jokes only deepened the divide, with critics laughing and supporters seething. Even Washington insiders weighed in. One strategist told a cable news panel, If these leaks are real, it's devastating. If they're fake, it's genius. Either way, the Trump brand takes another hit. Another countered, no, one cares if they're real. People care about the drama, and drama is Trump's oxygen. By the end of the first week, the leaked messages had transformed from screenshots into a global phenomenon. Fans were arguing, families were divided, and the media was treating it like a political soap opera. Memes mocked Trump as the betrayed husband, while others portrayed Melania as a tragic heroine, finally breaking free. The tension inside the Trump household, according to supposed insiders, was unbearable. Some claimed Donald confronted Melania directly, demanding answers. Whether the exchange happened or not, the tabloids ran with it, plastering Melania's alleged line across front pages. "You always do" became yet another viral phrase, fueling speculation that the marriage was crumbling. What had started as a few blurry screenshots had exploded into a worldwide scandal. The alleged messages weren't just about infidelity. They became symbols of betrayal, silence, and power struggles. Donald's fury, Melania's silence, and the internet's obsession turned the leak into one of the most talked-about controversies of the year. And as whispers of more messages, audio clips, and even photographs began swirling, the world braced for the next chapter. The betrayals, the leaks, and the explosive reactions that would shake both the Trump family and political circles to their core. As the leaked messages dominated headlines, insiders claimed the atmosphere inside Mar-a-Lago was nothing short of volcanic. Donald Trump, already infamous for his fiery temper, was reportedly consumed by rage. Sources described him storming through gilded hallways, slamming doors, and demanding loyalty oaths from staff he suspected of betrayal. One aide, speaking anonymously to a gossip site, painted a vivid picture. He's furious. He keeps saying, "I've survived impeachments, investigations, even pandemics, but I won't be humiliated like this. Not by her." Trump's fury, however, wasn't just directed outward at the media or anonymous leakers. Allegedly, he turned it on his own family. The household that once projected unity now looked fractured under the weight of scandal. Ivanka, ever the image-conscious strategist, allegedly tried to defuse the situation. One source claimed she approached her father with calm reassurance. The alleged exchange sent shockwaves online. Tabloids framed it as Ivanka's veiled confession, while fans dissected her words endlessly. Did she mean betrayal in her own marriage, or was it just sympathy for her father? Either way, Ivanka's attempt at diplomacy appeared to fall flat, as Trump's rage only intensified. Donald Jr., in contrast, leaned into aggression. He blasted social media with fiery posts accusing the press of fabricating the leaks. "This is what the fake news does. Invent lies to divide families," he tweeted. But insiders whispered that behind the bravado, Don Jr. was rattled. He allegedly told a friend, "If this blows up, it destroys the brand. Forget politics, it destroys everything." Rumors swirled that Don Jr. urged his father to publicly denounce Melania's silence as complicity. "She needs to speak up or people will think it's real," he reportedly said. Trump, however, was torn. To lash out at Melania would risk confirming the rumors. To stay silent made him look weak. And then there was Eric, always the internet's favorite target, for jokes he allegedly asked during a heated family discussion. So wait, are these texts like on WhatsApp or iMessage? Because if it's WhatsApp, they can't be real, right? The line, whether authentic or invented by the tabloids, went viral instantly. Twitter erupted with memes mocking Eric as clueless, with captions like "Eric Trump, America's IT support," and "the weakest link in the dynasty." But the most poignant whispers centered on Barron. Shielded from the spotlight his entire life, he suddenly found himself in the middle of the circus. Insiders claimed he avoided dinners with his father and retreated into his own world, allegedly confiding in a friend. "I don't care about politics. I just want them to stop fighting." That alleged quote struck a chord online. Fans reposted it with messages of sympathy, protect Barron at all costs, and the real victim of the circus. TikTokers created emotional edits with somber music, portraying Barron as the tragic figure caught in the crossfire of a collapsing empire. Through it all, Melania remained silent, and her silence was deafening. She issued no statements, gave no interviews and offered no public reassurance. Instead, she was spotted, leaving an upscale salon in Palm Beach, expression unreadable, as cameras flashed around her. Her refusal to address the scandal became the story. Tabloids branded her as the Ice Queen of Mar-a-Lago and speculated about her motives. Was her silence a sign of guilt, a display of strength, or simply indifference? The breaking point allegedly came during a private dinner. According to leaked transcripts, the authenticity of which was hotly debated, Trump confronted Melania in front of close family members. The alleged exchange instantly went viral. The line, "Your survival is not my prison," became another cultural moment, printed on t-shirts, memes, and countless TikTok edits. Fans praised Melania's supposed strength, while Trump's supporters raged at what they saw as betrayal, the SAR. Divide was undeniable. Ivanka's diplomacy had failed. Don Jr.'s fury only stoked the fire. Eric became a punchline, and Barron was painted as the innocent caught in the storm. Allies were split, strategists were panicking, and Trump himself was raging against both the leaks and the silence that made them impossible to disprove. What had started as a scandal about Melania's alleged secret affairs had grown into a full-blown family fracture, one that revealed cracks in the Trump dynasty itself. And just when it seemed the storm couldn't get more explosive, whispers began of more leaks to come. Photos, recordings, maybe even names. The alleged betrayals were no longer confined to text. The next chapter promised to be even darker, more dramatic, and more public than anyone could have imagined. If the leaked texts rattled the Trump family, what came next shook the entire world. By now, the whispers of Melania's alleged secret. Affairs had become a non-stop drumbeat. Every gossip blog, late-night host, and TikTok influencer was weighing in. But then, just as the frenzy threatened to plateau, another bombshell landed. Photos. The Daily Spotlight, a tabloid infamous for splashy exclusives, published grainy images allegedly showing Melania meeting with an unidentified man in a discreet New York hotel lobby. The photos, dark and slightly blurred, showed her in oversized sunglasses, sitting across from a tall figure in a tailored suit. No kiss, no touch, just two people in conversation. Yet the implications were explosive. Headlines screamed, "Mystery man with Melania," and "Affair confirmed." Social media users zoomed in on every pixel, debating whether the man's jawline matched that of a known billionaire, or even a former European diplomat. Theories spun wildly. Was he a lover, a confidant, or simply a business contact? Fans were shocked. Emotions ran high. Supporters dismissed the photos as misleading, pointing out that Melania has friends and advisors outside the Trump circle. Critics, however, declared it proof that the leaks were real. Memes flooded Instagram. Melania's mystery man, Trump's Twitter rants. Donald Trump predictably erupted. At a rally in Texas, he thundered, "These photos are a disgrace." They could be anyone, anywhere. This is a smear campaign, folks. Fake pictures, fake stories, fake everything. Melania and I are stronger than ever. Don't believe the lies. But even as he shouted, commentators pointed out his flushed face, the unsteady tone, the visible anger. Late-night hosts mocked the outburst, with one saying, "If they're fake, why is he sweating like he just ran a marathon?" Insiders claimed Trump's rage reached boiling point behind the scenes. According to one aide, he yelled at his staff, "You let this happen. You didn't protect me from this." Another alleged he called the photos an act of war and vowed to sue the tabloids. But lawsuits didn't stop the internet storm. In fact, they made it worse. As the photo frenzy peaked, another leak dropped, alleged voice notes. An anonymous Twitter account posted audio clips said to be Melania's voice, speaking to a friend. The clip, authentic or not, exploded across TikTok. The line, "I am a picture, not a person," became the new slogan of the scandal. Feminist. Influencers hailed it as a powerful cry against being objectified, while critics accused Melania of hypocrisy. Inside the Trump camp, divisions deepened. Don Jr. allegedly raged that Melania's silence was killing them. Ivanka reportedly urged her father to stay calm, but tabloids claimed she privately told a friend. This could break him. He won't admit it, but it could. Eric once again became the punchline. Rumor had it he asked during a family strategy meeting, "Wait, Are voice notes like voicemails? The internet roasted him mercilessly, dubbing him the tech support of Mar-a-Lago. Barron, meanwhile, was reportedly growing more withdrawn. An insider whispered he told a teacher, "It's embarrassing, everyone's talking about my mom." The alleged comment went viral, painting him once more as the quiet, tragic figure in the middle of a scandal too big for his age. Protests flared again outside Trump Tower. One group carried signs reading "Free Melania," while another shouted, "Stand by your man." The clashes turned physical, with police stepping in. Videos of women holding roses chanting "Silence is escape" flooded TikTok, framing Melania as a feminist icon. Others mocked the movement, joking, "Melania's not silent, she's texting." Celebrities piled on. A major Hollywood actress tweeted, "Melania's leaks are the plot of a Netflix drama and I'm hooked." A comedian quipped on stage, "Trump says the photos are fake." Of course they are. We all know Melania doesn't smile like that in real life. But the darkest twist came when tabloids hinted that the leaker might not be a distant mole, but someone close to Melania herself. A former staffer, they claimed, had access to her schedule, her inner circle, even her private devices. Suddenly, speculation turned inward. Who betrayed her? Was it a friend? A family member? Or was the betrayal even closer? Inside her marriage? Itself? One gossip outlet teased, "The leaker is closer than anyone imagines. The betrayal runs deep." The cliffhanger headline kept the frenzy alive for days, with conspiracy theories spiraling out of control. The leaks had escalated from text messages to photos and audio clips, each one cutting deeper into the Trump image. Publicly, Donald insisted the marriage was fine. Privately, insiders claimed he was seething, demanding Melania go on record to defend him. She allegedly refused, responding simply, "I defend myself, not you." The alleged exchange sealed the narrative. Whether true or not, it painted the marriage as irreparably fractured. The internet declared it the beginning of the end, dubbing the saga Divorcegate. The scandal had spiraled into a cultural obsession. Melania's alleged messages, mysterious photos, and haunting voice clips had transformed her from silent First Lady into the reluctant star of a global soap opera. Trump's fury only amplified the noise, while his family fractured under the weight of public humiliation. And yet, as whispers grew of even more damning leaks, videos, names, and explosive confessions, one thing was clear: the storm wasn't over. The next chapter promised the most public spectacle yet, where the Trump marriage would unravel not in private halls, but on the world stage. By now, the scandal had become so big it no longer belonged to Donald and Melania. It belonged to the world. What had started as a handful of leaked texts was now a cultural phenomenon, dominating headlines, late-night monologues, and family dinner table arguments across the globe. The whispers of betrayal had evolved into a thunderous roar, and the Trump marriage had become the stage play everyone was watching. And then the leaks escalated again. A tabloid known for outrageous scoops teased a video allegedly showing Melania in a private moment with the mysterious man from the grainy hotel photos. Though heavily blurred and lacking context, the clip showed what appeared to be Melania leaning close, whispering and laughing. That laugh, soft, fleeting, almost never seen in public, sent the internet into overdrive. "Melania smiles for him," screamed one headline. Another declared, "Video proof of secret affair?" Theories multiplied instantly. Was it romantic? A business meeting? Or something staged to destroy her reputation? Trump reportedly exploded when he saw it. According to one insider, he screamed, "They want to humiliate me, they're tearing me apart." He allegedly demanded Melania denounce the video immediately. But she stayed silent, her refusal speaking louder than any denial could. Days later, Trump addressed the scandal at a rally. Cameras captured every second as he raged. "They say Melania betrayed me. Lies. They show fake pictures, fake videos, fake everything. They attack my family because they can't attack me. Well, I'll tell you this. I will never be betrayed. Not by her, not by anyone." But as he spoke, his voice cracked. Clips of the outburst spread across TikTok, remixed with sad music. turning what was meant to be defiance into a moment of vulnerability. Memes labeled it Trump's meltdown, while tabloids ran with the headline, "Betrayal breaks the strong man." Just when the frenzy seemed unbearable, Melania finally moved, not with a statement, not with a press conference, but with symbolism. She was photographed attending a gala in a sleek black gown, her expression unreadable. On her hand, no wedding ring. The absence sparked an earthquake. "Ringless Melania" trended for days. Was it a message, a coincidence, or the confirmation the world had been waiting for? Fans flooded social media. "She's sending a message." Critics said it was deliberate humiliation. Supporters scrambled to explain it away. "She's worn no ring before. Stop overreacting." But the damage was done. That single detail dominated headlines more than any speech ever could. Even the Trump children couldn't escape the storm. At a charity event, Ivanka looked visibly tense, dodging reporters who asked about her stepmother's alleged affairs. Don Jr. ranted on Twitter, "The media will invent anything to attack us. It's sick." Eric made another blunder when asked about the missing ring. Maybe she forgot it? The clip went viral, mocked endlessly, but Barron drew the most sympathy once again. A blurry video surfaced of him walking silently beside Melania, shoulders slumped, face somber. TikTok edits paired the clip with emotional music, captions reading, "The child caught in the chaos." The world turned him into the quiet symbol of innocence amid scandal. The political fallout was just as dramatic. Pundits debated whether a Trump divorce would destroy his influence or make him seem more relatable. One analyst argued, "Strong men don't get dumped. It's political suicide." Another countered, "Scandal is his lifeblood. This just makes him more infamous, which is exactly what he wants." Behind closed doors, allies allegedly begged Melania to make a statement of unity. She reportedly refused, replying only, "Unity cannot be forced." The scandal hit its climax when Trump and Melania appeared together at a fundraiser. Cameras flashed furiously as they entered the ballroom. Trump smiled broadly, waving, trying to project confidence. Melania, elegant but icy, walked beside him, but never touched him. During dinner, attendees whispered that the tension was unbearable. One claimed Trump leaned in to speak to her and she turned away. Another swore they heard him hiss, "You will destroy me." Her alleged reply, "I am not destroying you. You are destroying yourself." The moment became legend. Whether true or not, the supposed exchange was reenacted endlessly online, treated like the climax of a Shakespearean tragedy. As if the night wasn't explosive enough, a protest erupted outside the venue. Chants of "Free Melania" clashed with "Stand" by Trump. The chaos was so intense that police formed barricades. Videos of women in gowns holding champagne glasses while protesters screamed outside went viral, symbolizing the surreal collision of politics, celebrity, and scandal. By the time the night ended, the Trump marriage was no longer just a private union under stress. It was the world's favorite soap opera, unfolding in real time, with each gesture, each look, and each silence dissected for meaning. And yet, for all the leaks, the photos, the videos, and the viral sound bites, no one truly knew what came next. Would Melania file for divorce? Would Trump retaliate with fury? Would more leaks appear? The whispers of betrayal had become deafening, but the final act remained unwritten. The scandal had reached its peak. Trump's furious denials, Melania's ringless appearance, the fractured family, the public fundraiser standoff, and the surreal protests outside. Fans were shocked, emotions ran high, and the family was left divided. All that remained was the question the world couldn't stop asking. When the curtain falls on this marriage, will it end in reconciliation, destruction, or yet another twist no one saw coming?